Alright, time to make a quick little video on a loot filter. This will just be a very basic one, um, just so we can get some of that trash out of the way. So we'll bring Odin in and hit the escape button once we get loaded in. There we go. Alright, and here is the loot filter. So no loot's made yet. You could come in here and select profile and put all that stuff in there. But we could just create one from scratch. It's going to be pretty basic. And we'll just put Odin filter for now and hit confirm. New rule, we want to get rid of some trash, right? So we don't really need any of that. We'll keep this stuff for right now. Don't matter if it's that. The other thing we don't really need, if we go into potions here, not all potions, you can select like the minor potions in this. I don't really need any light mana. Oh, I guess these are all mana. Okay, so we'll hold off until we get to here probably, because we're not going to need any mana for this build. In fact, I don't need it at all. We'll wait till we get to that. Let's see. Scrolls and tombs. We're kind of full, but we'll leave that one just in case. Ammunition. We definitely don't need to see any of the ammunition. Gems and runes, all of it. So there's that. All gold. Hello. So normal, inferior. So we're hiding both of those, and that should help us a little bit. So we come back in here. Oh, we didn't name the rule. Hold on. Rename. We'll just say trash. And that will get rid of all the whites, all the inferior stuff. I think the crack stuff should go away. And it doesn't matter which level. Although, let's hold on. Let me think about that for a second. Edit rule. So no normal or base on normal. We'll take exceptional normal items for selling for right now. We'll trade that in for loot. So I think that's what we'll do. I think that'll work for that. We'll see. If not, we'll come back and make another one. But pretty simple. Rule to get rid of some of that trash that you don't need. You can go through some of that other stuff. Like if we looked at that, some of the options, I guess I could go through those too. Right, you can break this down. You can say, don't show any of this stuff except for the circlets, or stuff for the warlock. Same thing with the weapons, right? You got different weapons in here. If you don't want to see any particular type of weapons, you can hide those, or hide everything and then show just what you want. There's a couple different ways to go about it. And then accessories, most people want to see all that stuff when it drops and whatnot. So, but there you go. That's basic loot filter for trash anyway. Like I said, we're getting rid of all the normal quality, tier 1 stuff, and inferior stuff. We could do the superior, but we're kind of still putting some gear on, and it could be helpful. And then we'll look at all the magic, rare, and of course we don't want to not show any of the unique or set items because it's part of the challenge. So, but there we go. So our first loot filter, and as we get further in, we'll start dropping more stuff off of what we want to be shown. So, but there you go. There's the loot filter. Pretty easy to use, pretty easy to set up. You could go one by one, so if you can say like I want to hide everything, and then go back in and make a whole bunch of filters that say show all unique items, and then one that says show all set items, and then one that says show all not unique exceptional armor or something like that, whatever you're looking for, or show all ethereal socket. I wish they would have broke that part up, but it doesn't. Because I'd rather just see the socketed stuff. But I guess if ethereal drops for some of the set, I don't know, whatever. But you can do a bunch of stuff. You can do it a bunch of different ways. You can do it collectively or one by one. But it does start at the top. So if we go look, if you have more than one, it starts up here. And it looks at this and hides everything that's for that, and then comes back to here. So if it's already hiding it, and then you have something that says find something that's the same as what was in the hide, you're not going to get it. Because it starts here and it eliminates all that, and then it eliminates more, and then more and more and more. If you eliminate, or if you say find this, right? So you do the show and you do a bunch of shows, and then you get to the end and do the hide one at the end. That'll show everything you want, and you could be like hide everything else basically. And then, but it goes in that order from top to bottom, and that's why you got these little buttons here to move them up. So, but hopefully that helps. If you got any questions, throw them down in the comments. We can go through. I'll try to answer your questions. But it's fairly simple. You make a bunch of these and add them on there specifically for each character, or you can, like I said, they have starter ones already kind of in there that you can go through and look at for it as well. So, but there you go. There's the loot filter, and that will help when I create the next video of this, and all that trash won't be dropping. So, but appreciate everybody watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, follow along for the journey, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, bye.